Morning and welcome to day 2 of our mission on the Free Capes Trail. If you missed out on day 1, go back and check that one out first. We show how to get to the start of the track on Denham's Cove without having to pay for the boat. But today we've camped at the Bare Knoll Campground and we're going to be back there later this evening, hence Lily carrying a camera and nothing else, so we're pretty light on for stuff, which is good. We're going to be hiking down to Cape Pillar today, which is the most famous of the 3 capes. 8 k's each way, in and out. Get great views of Tasman Island, etc. Also probably views down to Cape Hoy and Cape Row, which are either side. So yeah, it should be a good day out. We're both pretty well rested. Lily might argue with that. I feel well rested. How you feeling this morning? Good to go?
Cold.
Yeah, cold. Complaining, but we're good.
Hey!
Not really. My hands are fucking freezing. Anyways, we'll have a look at the paid hut, Munro Hut, in about 1.5 kilometres, so I'll see you there. Coming into Munro Hut, another gorgeous set of huts. All these deck chairs sort of set out at the hut, so really cool. Oh my god, that's a good view. I reckon this would be a better view in the afternoon when you're with the sun rather than against it. Wowzers. So the peak there, that's Mount Fortescue, that's what we're climbing tomorrow. Geez, we're a long way down, long way up. We've just climbed a little ways up a big flight of stairs, about 60 or 70 metres, which is basically the main climb of the day, just up that flight of stairs, coming out of Corrupted Gully, which is down there. And now we've come out of it, we've got some really nice views out to the sea.
A bit windy up here though, a bit exposed.
That's correct, it is a bit windy, but at least the sun's out.
Oh, and also don't plan on being staying at the cabins, because they'll kick you out.
Yeah, we tried to sneak in to sit in the cabin for a bit for breakfast while it was hailing in the
Not in the hut, like
in the hut.
common room.
Yeah. So yeah, that's worth mentioning. In the free version, they let you hang out outside the huts and the tables and stuff and fill up water. But it's fair enough, really. We didn't pay, but
yeah,
you can't really go inside and like use the cooking facilities and stuff when
and
you haven't paid.
don't forget to bring a lighter because someone forgot one.
Okay, that's getting cut out of the video.
Have porridge.
That's getting cut out of the edit. Really nice views out to the ocean now with the sun out. Still on the boardwalk. This kind of funky little statue thing is looking out towards the end of Cape Pillar. So on the right there is the blade. So we climb right onto the top of it for a cool view of Tasman Island. And then on the left is the actual end of Cape Pillar. Still a couple more k's to go, but it's nice actually being able to see where we end up. Just off the track. Pretty epic view here. You've got Cape Row off in the distance with a bit of sun, and then that's just straight on down. Wild dolerite formation here. That's 250 metres straight down to the sea. So we've come to another really cool outlook here. There's our first real view of Tasman Island and the lighthouse. We've got Cape Row down there again, off in the distance. Pretty with the sun out. You can see Mount Brown and Crescent Bay as well. And if we pan around, Lily taking some photos. And then there's Tasman Island and the famous lighthouse off the distance. This is nearly like the money shot of Tasman Island. That is epic. Just around the corner. That's Tasman Island, the Blade, the end of Cape Pillar, and just these incredible sea cliffs. Another little vantage as we go along. Back up there is where we had the last views of Tasman Island. Just such massive sea cliffs. Not far off the Blade now. Still nice and windy, bits of rain blowing through, but enough sun at least. Right, off we go to the Blade, 5 minutes away. Keen?
Yes.
That was very convincing. Right, up we go. Well, we've made it to the summit of the Blade. Absolutely the most epic view of the track. You've got 360 views of just everything. Got Lil down there scaring me, sitting right on the edge taking photos. But I'll give you a look at the views. So that's where we've come from, back along the other end of Cape Pillar. Instead, we're going to be going tomorrow all the way down there, out to Cape Hoy, which is out there. The far end of Cape Pillar, where we'll be going in a minute. Straight down, 275 metres, whatever it is. Lily taking photos, and then Tasman Island. Bloody epic. Right, Lily stopped scaring on the edge of the cliffs now. Review of the trail this morning, so we've covered about 8Ks, I reckon, to get here.
Fine.
Wow, riveting.
A lot of timber. Other than Cadence lying to me about the elevation.
It looks quite flat on the map, but it's actually not as flat as it looks. It's a lot of up and downs as you go along.
Yeah, the last 10 minutes was the only flat part that we've had. Other than climbing up here.
Yeah.
That's not what I mean. You know what I mean.
Not really, but that's right. There's been a lot of undulation on the track. You're not really climbing or losing much elevation, but it's just up and down constantly. So that's something to be aware of. It's not really just a flat, easy hike, but yeah, pretty cool views. Quick little detour to, I think it's the chasm, which is, well, a big old chasm down there to the left, I reckon. Oh my god. It's just a sheer old drop, 300 metres straight down. Pretty spectacular, but also pretty scary. Okay, so we're in the wind here at the far point of the hike at the Cape Pillar. It's actually nowhere near the best view, to be fair, along the Cape Pillar track. Obviously spectacular, but the view from the Blade was clearly the best view. Give you a quick look, you can see Tasman Island. Straight there. There's the Blade. They just pointed out there's a cool little formation down there. Actually, you get a nice view of that from Cape Hoy, which looks quite scenic. That little, maybe that is actually the pillar, the Cape Pillar. But yeah, anyway, we'll do that to see. We'll get back from the edge. Ugh. One more lookout we missed on the way in. Seal Spa benches. Seal Spa, interesting. Almost a better view than the actual Cape Pillar, I think.
Yeah.
And a nice little secluded lunch spot. Well, it's now 3:30. We've made it back to Munro Hut, so basically 6 hours after we left this hut. But that's with a lot of stops. It was pretty cruisy hiking for the most part. Anyway, we're back here now. Light's a bit better, although I think in winter you never really get direct sunlight on Cape Hoy from here, but still pretty spectacular. So again, there's Mount Fortescue. That's our big hill for tomorrow. And then Cape Hoy, I'm not sure the name of that island, but it's pretty impressive. See what Lily can come up with the camera.
Alright, so we're currently just cooking about to cook some dinner.
Turn it round. There we go.
So this is what it was. This is what we had last night, but tonight we've got basil pesto meal.
Smells better than last night. And last night was pretty good.
Yeah. So
you're getting 2 food reviews for the price of 1 on this channel. Great value.
the price of 1. Anyways, but while we're doing that, how are you feeling?
Didn't know I was getting interviewed here. Good. I think today was pretty cruisy. Like, we did basically the same amount of kilometres yesterday, and in the end it was actually more climbing than yesterday, but just the way the track was, it actually felt not that hard. And it's always good when you're sort of starting and ending a hike in a tent. Like, you've got all day, you don't have to set up your tent, pack up your tent. We didn't have to worry about carrying a pack, which made a big difference. So today was definitely a more cruisy and enjoyable day. Views were really spectacular. So, yeah, I mean, you can do Cape Pillar as an overnighter as well, which is worth doing if you've only got one night coming in from Fortescue and finishing at Fortescue. But, yeah. Or even as a day walk. Very long day walk. 32 Ks.
Very long day walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I honestly haven't done that much today, even though we've done
20-something Ks. Well,
yeah
17 Ks on the track, but...
More elevation than we did yesterday.
Yeah.
Did you already say that?
I did.
Oh,
that's
my
right.
bad. Anyways, we will come back to you with our food review in not too long.
Yeah.
Because our water's boiling.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Right. Basil pesto. How do you rate it?
I personally liked last night's better. I thought it was too salty and too many seeds in tonight's.
Last night's was a 7. This was a 6.5. If you're camping. For me, they're both a 2 if you're not camping. And for some reason, the packet seems to market it as if you could eat that when you're not camping. You could not. That would be disgusting. But what would you?
I'd give it a 5.
And what last night was a 7 for you?
Yeah.
They weren't that different, I don't think. But opinions. Anyways, that's it for tonight. Tomorrow we're walking out via Mount Fortescue and Cape Hoy to then get to Fortescue Bay, where we've parked my car, and then I'm going to drive back to Lily's car at the Deadman's Cove track. So tune in for that. We'll see you tomorrow.